Hello everybody and welcome to Returnal, a PS5 game that is available on the PlayStation Plus as of right now. And this is part 1. It is a blind playthrough of a space horror game that has monsters that apparently change every time you die or otherwise they die. I have no idea what this game is about. And I only just saw it on PlayStation Plus, so I was like, you know what, let's give it a try. Aside from that, like I said, I don't know any further details. You probably don't know any further details, but it is another space game given that I just got done with Death Stranding, the Director's Cut Part 1, and I had a very fun time. It was a lot of humor. Now we're going into a much more darker theme, and this is one of the intros that are just happening right before the menu of the main menu. I don't know if there is a main menu, but we're about to find out. Ahead of time, I'd like to thank you guys for watching these videos, as well as following and subscribing to my Twitch channel and subscribing to my YouTube channel, which helps me to grow and financially support the future streams and equipments and upgrades that I do for these videos. As you can see on the top right corner, I am currently at 4. But either way, it makes me happy to know that there are people who continuously subscribe, and it makes me appreciate the efforts that you guys do to help me improve. Alright, well, we are at the beginning of Returnal now. I have turned off the top right. I don't know if we are starting the game off right now, but it really seems like we are. So, let's see what this game is about. I don't know if I'm going to go through a full playthrough, but it really depends on what happens in this game that it may or may not cause me to finish it or not. It feels a little bit like an indie horror game. Indie horror games usually tend to feel a little bit like this. It's a little fast-paced, but I like the fact that it's third person. We do have a jetpack apparently, so this is a little bit like Halo. But let's see what it's about.
Abandoning Helios. Heading towards White Shadow Broadcast.
I like this little jetpack. It kind of reminds me of, like I said, about Halo Reach. Halo Reach was one of my favorite Halos that ever existed besides number 4.
Extensive ruins of a xenotype civilization. Ancient walls, foundations, and statues.
I can already see that we're in a post-apocalyptic kind of alien world. I don't think that any of these structures came from our planet. We might be on a different planet right now.
Scout log. Atropos. I have found a deceased Astra Scout here. Checking identification on helmet. It's
Celine. It had a name on the top right part of the top left part of the helmet. Celine. And we have ours on the back of our head. Astra. Unless that's just the organization that we work for. It's a really cool looking pistol. It's definitely of like the Glock series. Yeah, you can tell because there's no hammer on the back of the weapon. Might even be a Beretta, but it definitely looks a little more like a Glock to me. So we have some shooting in this game, I see. Alright. Investigate the signal source. Well, I suppose we're gonna just shoot this thing. And it seems to automatically reload on its own. Press to hold to see your suit computer. I love this map. This is a very, very well constructed map. I can already tell they put a lot of love into this. You can even see the 3-dimensional aspects to it. That is really good. I like it. Hold to scan. Large Silphium. Repairs major damage to integrity. Well, let's definitely pick it up. Yeah, the Glock is pretty simple, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, I always say I don't personally carry a round in the chamber. I am always the type where I do not ever carry around in the chamber at all times if I can avoid it, because accidents can happen from even dropping your weapon to an accidental discharge or just anything in general. And if you ever have to release the round out of the chamber, I always tell people all the time as a safety precaution to always eject the magazine first and then to rack the weapon to get the other round out. So this game gave me a warning. Before I started this video, the game gave me a warning that this game is very difficult. And it will have things like, for example, causing us to lose anything that is a non-permanent progress. I don't know what they meant by that, but every time we die, apparently it's a very punishing game. So that's a little disclaimer for you guys. Like I said, I don't know anything about this game other than that. We'll see what it's about. We'll see if it's worth finishing. It is about 10 to 15 hours to finish the game, according to what I've read online. About 15 to 25 hours actually for experienced players. But I usually tend to finish games quite quickly. I like that we have a mini-map on the bottom right corner. Yeah, this feels a little bit like a Halo.
I don't remember recording that.
With maybe some Gears of War. Maybe. Just a little bit of Gears of War. I'm glad that it's not going to be like Chronos the New Dawn, because that one was very disappointingly like too difficult for its own good. That game definitely drove me up the wall. Okay, so we have to investigate a signal source. But I'm kind of like, I don't know, blocked off right now. Doesn't look like I can scale this area. I don't know, let's give it a try. I don't imagine that this is where they want us to go. Maybe there's another location that we have to go to investigate the signal source. So what's this about? What's all that? Is that like experience? Money? Let's open up our map again. So it looks like the signal source is coming from way over there, and there's actually a door over here, which is what I like. I like the fact that the map tells us where different doors are that we have not seen. So what's this about? Insert key. I didn't even know we actually picked one up. I like these space-themed games. As you guys know, I'm very big on space. And I do really appreciate, you know, just like the feel and atmosphere of space games. This is why I was really big on things like Deliver Us the Moon, which really was kind of a bit of a hidden gem for an indie horror game. I will eventually do a remake on it, but I actually have one more space-related themed game that will come up probably in tomorrow's videos, and we'll see how that one fares as well. And these space games will kind of intertwine as a little trio, or even a quad later. But for right now, it'll be a trio. And we'll see how they all pair up and which ones get to see the end and which ones don't. So let's see. Well, I imagine we gotta get up there, but here's the thing. Can't really exactly make a double jump. See how we can do. Yeah, I can't exactly reach that. She doesn't have like the height to be able to do a double jump. I wonder if I can use the jetpack for any longer than that. I don't know if that she has like a double jump or anything, but it doesn't seem like it. Maybe perhaps if I like run and jump. Let's try that. Let's try running and jumping. There's like a faster run, and maybe that might help. Wonder if you can dash while you're jumping. Damn it. Yeah, see, like yeah, so you can't dash and run at the same time. So like if I'm airborne, I'm technically just stuck being airborne. Let's try jumping down there and see what happens. Okay, so that one definitely got me killed. At least it didn't start me all the way back. But this is a very far jump, and I'm not really sure how they expect me to. Oh, I see. So this is a little bit like a platform kind of situation almost. Hopefully they don't get too many of those. We got some more monsters. Going for the headshots. Like I said, the weapon automatically reloads on its own. Seems like a pretty good game so far. I mean, like, I'm not gonna, you know, bash on it right now. I will say that that jump was a little unusual. Like the whole little platforming that just happened a little bit ago. That was a very unusual type of thing. But so far it feels pretty okay. It is a little fast, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it is pretty precise though, I will say that much. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Vanquish. Vanquish was a very fast-paced game. And this one also is very fast, and this is without me messing around with the sensitivity setting on the controller. Because usually I like the controller to be a little faster, but this one I did not touch that. And it's fast on its own. I have no idea what that is, but it looks very dangerous. We can go either direction, it looks like, according to the minimap.
I've discovered piled corpses of a xenotype species. Likely the architects of these ruins.
So the funny type...
Could be the sentience that broadcasts the white shadow signal.
So the funny thing is, she called them xenotypes, right? I actually was recently watching the Predator series, and they were mentioning something about xenomorphs, which are the aliens. So xenotypes, xenomorphs. Almost like a inspirated idea.
And rebirth, when tentacles drag me down.
Tentacles. Oh god, every time I hear the word tentacle. So it looks like we do have to go down there. I don't know, the last time I jumped down there, they freaking got me killed. Holy shit, what the hell is that thing? Is there a dodge button? There is not a dodge button. Oh, there is a dodge button. That is a big monster. Holy shit. That is a big monster. I guess this is what they meant by the game is challenging. I mean, he was kind of fast, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I guess we were supposed to die. Like, we had to die. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's kind of strong.
This is Celine. I survived the...
Wasn't Celine that woman that we saw that was on the dead body?
Suit status operational and...
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna find out what happened to her. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers had little ships like this. Let's see here. Alright, what we got here? What's this? We have a scout rank of 1. And on the left side it says hostiles eliminated as 7 and 1 malfunction, which probably means 1 death. And the amount of areas explored, and we have a databank. Okay. Alright, so we have a little stats menu right here. Yes, this is how we're going to be exiting the ship. I guess we don't have to pick up any ammunition because this weapon seems to reload on its own. If you can see right here on top of her helmet, it actually says the word Celine. And that was the same dead girl that we saw a little earlier as Astra, the character. Because if you look on the back of her helmet, right, let's see if we can find the word Astra. There is a very small indicator of the word Astra that's actually right here. You can see it just below the purple part of her helmet. So I guess Astra is the company name. Alright, well, let's go over here and see what the hell we are
The
onto.
environment wasn't like this before.
I don't know if we should be touching that blue stuff that they be shooting at us. Probably not. It's probably like an energy ball or something. Something really dangerous. You know, this game kind of gives me the vibes of Evolve. There was a game that was called Evolve, and I never played it, but I thought it looked really good. It came out during the time that Gears of War was a big thing, but it never became a big hit for Evolve, and it's sad that I missed out on it, but we'll see what Evolve is about maybe someday, because I do own it, and I've never tried it, and I figure, yeah, it was like a co-op shooting game. It had like a bunch of aliens that every time you killed it, it evolved into something much more dangerous, and I imagine that it was going to be quite a fun, difficult game. I wonder why it never became a big hit though. I guess we'll never know. Seems like we have a charged gun now. Yeah, see, like my gun is not shooting. Got homing missiles, but how do I like change the homing missiles? I don't... no, my gun's not shooting. Yeah, it's not shooting at all. I'm even trying to charge the weapon. I don't like this homing missile that I'm doing. How do I fire the weapon? I guess like when you zoom in now, when you zoom in it has like a homing missile, and when you're zoomed out, just holding the right trigger, which is the shooting button, it now has a fast shot. So no more zooming in for us. Trying to figure out how that works. Oh, I see. So when you zoom in, it's an automatic homing beacon. And as long as the enemy is within the range of the circular part, like if I even shoot down, see? Some of it still hits the enemy. So it's like an automatic targeting system. But when I zoom in, it seems to automatically like shoot the homing beacon if there's an enemy present, which is interesting. I don't know if I could get used to that kind of combat style, but we'll see how it does. Hey look, we got like another alien weapon. And this one kind of looks a little like something that maybe even the Gears of War drone guys use. What do they call them? The locusts? Because it looks a little bit like a locust weapon.
Similar to our carbine technology.
This is like a Predator and Aliens inspired game. This definitely has to be inspired by Aliens and Predators. I was always a big fan of the Predators, which are also known as the Yautja. That's what they're actually called, is the Yautja. And the aliens, the xenomorphs, actually have different stages of evolution, if you guys never knew that. I like this weapon, very nice. Yeah, they have like different stages of the aliens. The ones you're used to seeing are technically like the lower class versions of the aliens. But they have like intelligent ones that can use weapons and kill just as efficiently as the predators called the Drakir. That's a little something for you guys to know about that one. I researched it recently when I was watching some of the Alien and Predator movies. I don't think we've ever seen the Drakir before though, not in a movie at least. Because they look a little bit like a, I don't know, like a advanced version of something that we saw in the movie, what was that movie called? I can't remember what it was called. Prometheus. Yeah, it was like an advanced version of one of those creatures. Yeah, the Drakir or something like that, whatever they were called. What is going on? What is that? Is that an enemy too? No, it's just environmental damage. Oh, wow. These are some very strong monsters. Extremely powerful. It is very weird to not aim and shoot, because it doesn't allow me to aim and shoot anymore. I have to do this zoomed out. I don't know, like I said, if I can get used to that, you know? See this? See, I can't shoot my gun. Yeah, it is kind of like a bullet hell kind of game, isn't it? I mean, kind of reminds me a little bit like Destiny, actually, now that I think about it. Destiny was kind of like this too. Oh well, we'll see how it is. I mean, so far, I mean, it doesn't seem like such a bad game, but it really all depends on Xenotech required. Contains large amounts of obolites. So how do I get up there is the question. It's not like I can just scale these things. See? Doesn't exactly like give me an option to do it. Maybe we get like other pieces of equipment and we can return to these areas later to try to reach up areas like that. And it's not a bad start so far. Like I said, we'll see what the storyline's about. See how hard the game is. So far, I feel like it's a pretty balanced kind of combat. Oh, we need another Xenotech. So, I wonder what these little orbs we're getting is about. I imagine that I probably have to make use of my dodging abilities. I do have some, Oh, nice. So that's a healing item. So the greens are the healing items. They do heal my HP bar on the bottom left. Oh, it's got like a superpower shot when you zoom in with this rifle. Although I don't know when the hell is the meter like fully full. Doesn't tell you. Or at least I haven't found it or located it. Go and pick this up, whatever that is. It is a proficiency level, all incoming weapons improved. Interesting. It's too bad that when we pick up a healing item, it doesn't really recover much HP. If you notice that when I pick it up, it's very, very minuscule HP that's being picked up. I mean, it's really not a lot of HP at all. It's like very, very tiny, like a centimeter of the meter. Uh-oh. Well, how is it that I can survive this fall, but not the fall that I did earlier when I was jumping down the cliff? This is definitely Alien and Predators inspired. Come on, you cannot tell me that that does not look Alien. Like the movie. Oh yeah, whoever designed this game definitely loved Alien and Predators.
Appears safe to repurpose.
Huh, just fits right on us.
Integration complete. Performing a function test to confirm.
Translocators. The suit can now use translocators to teleport. Ah, so we have little teleportations that we can go back to different areas that we've been to. There's a lot of different places for us to go, like right over here. These little blue doors, I'm not really sure what they're about. And we got all these other red doors and everything. And it looks like our objective is here at this location. I mean, if she puts it on her, then I guess she knows what she's doing. I wouldn't have personally put that thing on me. Ah, so this is what that thing is for. Well, let's grab a couple of things first. Think we're okay now? This is a very interesting kind of space
Confirmed.
game.
Point-to-point teleportation. Location exit seems fixed.
Very fast paced, I definitely must say that much. Definitely not a game for those of you out there who are for the slower pace. I don't know how the hell I get to this thing, but I guess I'll have to find out later. I don't like that this thing has eyeballs on it. Well, we're almost at our objective. This is not what I was expecting when I came into Returnal. Going to hit the gym. I will join back if you're still here. If not, I'll see you next time. Sounds good. Go and hit the gym, and I hope that you have a good time. Thank you for joining me on our space games tonight. And I hope that I'll see you again in another space game. We got some ether. This one is called, it's a mysterious source for decreased scouts in completing daily challenges. Interesting. Scan the area for revealing exits. Hey, and I like that scan. This is actually pretty cool. But isn't this where we were coming from? No, it's a whole different new path. And look at all these crystals.
Discovered xenotype technology that produces other devices.
So you need 10,000 for this one. This one here we can get for 150 large. So this is like our store. Grants a huge amount of weapon proficiency. Repairs major amount of integrity. Well, let's definitely make it.
Xenotype device acquired. I think this will prove a useful tool.
Cool. Very nice. Alt fire protection. Gain 10% protection while alt fire is recharging. Successful overloads briefly increase speed and protection. So this is a little like Destiny. Destiny, I imagine, has something like this. Hold to scan. Let's see what the hell this one is. A xenoglyph. Writings by the sentients. Find and collect xenoglyph ciphers and translate them.
Decipher this xenoglyph.
So we got another teleport system. We'll find out what that is about later.
Discovered a fragment of the xenotype language.
So this is probably to help us translate some pieces of their stuff.
Setting a marker on my map.
Ooh. So that's the alt fire. I see. Damn, look at that. Look at that monster. Holy shit. That's some crazy stuff he's doing. These are some pretty strong monsters here. And like it. Okay, what we got over here? What's this? Broken calibrator. There's a couple items down here. Probably more of those little materials that we need. Like, what was it? Like 1,000 or was it 10,000 of it? Can't remember the exact number, but we'll find out. We'll just collect things as we go along. Find a way to destroy xenotech barriers. So I imagine we want to shoot it, right? Or do we collect it? Oh, we have to have a tool for that one. That one actually restored a pretty decent amount of HP, surprisingly. Okay, so I imagine that this is one of those barriers. We can either take one of two routes. I wonder what the blue one's about, though. Let's find out what the blue one is. Malignant resin fills one slot of max integrity upgrade, but it is infected with malignancy. Need 3 ether to cleanse. Kill hostiles, alright. Definitely gotta be careful when I'm traversing some of these areas. We got a key for this door. The treasure chest? Xenophagus. Or Xenophagus. It's like a sarcophagus for xenomorphs. Oh, what's this? Nullification Spear. Fixes all malfunctions. Repairs a major amount of integrity. Well, I want the one that fixes all malfunctions. Sounds better. A very, very different kind of game than I was expecting, but oh well. Why we give these games a try, right? I just fell through the goddamn ground. Grab all these thingy bobbers. I'll just call it currency or energy crystals. Got plenty of these energy crystals everywhere. Well, we're done here, so let's get the hell out of here and let's go over to the next door that I missed earlier. Or did not want to go through just yet. Oh, we got a new weapon? Tachyomatic carbine versus a spitmod blaster. Oh. But it has a very long... Oh crap. It has a very long reload though. Oh, it's like a shotgun. Well, I want this one. I like this rifle. I don't know how to get my rifle back. Damn it. I really want to be able to zoom in and shoot, but in this game you can't zoom in and shoot, because it's considered an alternate shot, which is kind of stupid, honestly. I don't like that the alternate shot is when I'm zoomed in like this. I like to be able to aim my weapon any way that I want to when I'm aiming and shoot. We'll leave that one for later, as I imagine that we are heading the correct direction. Maybe we might actually want to go through the blue door. We'll check and see if we have the key for the blue door.
Encountered a small life form.
Yeah, and it looks really dangerous. Be careful, it might bite you.
Seems docile.
Yeah, it seems docile. Seems docile, right?
It is parasitically attached to my arm.
Yeah, I don't know how docile that is.
Somehow, It's strengthening and weakening my suit.
It's a symbiotic relationship. Find a way. Okay, so let's see. We still need to go and see more of this area over here. See how far this takes us. We might want to go through the left door. Damn these roots. Groot is trying to touch me. I am Groot. Son of a bitch. Ah, it takes always so long to pick up an item because you have to scan it. You can't just like immediately jump in and just like do what you want.
Crash. Again. Astra.
Suspend and resume. Allowing you to save mid-cycle. You can only maintain one suspended cycle. In the game menu you can suspend. Okay, so it's like a return. So I guess like that's why they call it Returnal. Locate the white shadow broadcast.
Could the force be adapting?
So this is what they meant by every time we die, the environment changes. And we lost our carbine. Yeah, it almost feels like as if a lot of the stuff I'm picking up, all just temporary stuff. Like if we die, then we no longer have it, you know? I guess that's what they meant by whenever you die, you just lose permanent, non-permanent stuff. Not sure how I feel about that, but we'll give it a little bit of a go. Let's see what we got here in the menu. What do we have here? We'll go with this one as 80%. No, let's try 85. Yeah, no, actually, let's try 80 and let's see how that goes. Yeah, it seems like a pretty decent sound. Got another broken calibrator. Okay, so we need to head over to... We don't have an objective. Locate the white shadow broadcast. Definitely gotta be careful. Got another modified sidearm. Cool. So how do I, like, heal outside of combat? Is there a possibility that I can get, like, another healing item? Something I can use to recover my HP whenever I'm not in combat? Ooh, that's a dangerous looking one. Gotta be careful when I'm doing this. It'd be very, very dangerous for me to pick up items when there's monsters around. I don't know how to make the like the alternate fire be more consistent. It's like it chooses its own time of when it wants to activate. And I don't know when that is because there's no indicator for it. This looks very questionable for us to be scaling across. Yeah, I don't know about that. We're gonna definitely take a different route. Hey look, we got some treasure chests, but we need ether. We don't have enough of that. Guess we'll have to check the third door and see if it's the magic one.
The living sentients out in the desert are not the only widespread life forms I've become.
What we got
familiar
here?
with. The parasites are everywhere.
Resin Enhancer reduces the number of resins needed to upgrade maximum integrity.
Yet knowing that, I find myself compelled to attach them to my body.
Well, we've checked a lot of areas. I imagine that the only ones we supposedly should be able to get to is that one right over there. I don't know where this, I don't otherwise know. We found another xenoglyph cipher. I don't know how I'm gonna reach that. Yeah, I don't know how to go to the lower level of that area. Guess we'll just turn back, because I don't know how in the hell I'm supposed to get down there. Maybe we can go take that teleporter that I saw back a little while ago. Yeah, like this one right here. If that takes me, no translators active. Well, that sucks. I'll just run back to the beginning, because the beginning area had this thing. Host a public cycle. So is this like a online game? Like a side mission game? Like it's like Destiny. It's not got like an actual campaign or something. This is like meant to be like, I don't know, maybe a multiplayer? Well, we'll give it a little bit longer and we'll see how it feels. Didn't run into this game expecting it to be anything like this. But that's why we do one-time videos on those kinds of games, right? Just for enjoyable experience. See what all the games are about. Damn, I got my ass handed to me.
Enough.
Okay, so I'm back here at the Returnal. Still need to locate the white broadcast. Helios Abandoned. That one has a shield. Yeah, these are some strong ass fucking monsters, that's for sure. They are not easy to kill. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to damage this one though. He's got like a big old shield. If I die one more time, and I don't really get anything out of it, I'll probably say that I'll move on to the next one that I was going to intend to do as a backup. Because I didn't know what Returnal was about. I didn't expect it to be like a multiplayer kind of game. Feels like a multiplayer. Oh wow, they can follow you even into other territories. Don't think that these things are damaging me, so we're okay. Jolting Shatterskin. Survive a killing blow, detaches afterward. And here's that room that got me killed last time. Got a blaster. It's that shotgun weapon. We don't have the translocator. Hopefully we'll find it over here somehow. Oh shit. Oh shit. That is a big one. That is a big one. Oh yeah. So I imagine that that's what they meant by reviving me after taking a killing blow or something. I almost did not survive that. The shotgun's okay. I won't say that it feels powerful, but it's okay. I think that I prefer the pistol though, because it has more range. I don't understand how she can't survive swimming. Guess we'll have to use this teleportation and see where it takes us. There's another door that's outside of here. Let's go check it out. Damn, I didn't even get much HP out of that one. Hardly got any HP at all, actually. So, okay, so I'm going to... Let me see. So watch this. So the whole entire map starts over, and this is what they mean by punishing. This game is basically like, kind of like a Halo ODST to maybe even a Destiny. Every time you die, the whole entire environment resets, changes, and you start over with basic gear, and you have to like redo everything until you finish the area. This feels a lot more like something that's mostly supposed to be multiplayer. I thought it was going to be more of like a actual story based horror game, but it turns out that this was completely different from what I was expecting. But you know, we got 50 minutes out of this game, and I think that's about all I'm going to put into Returnal. It makes sense of what the name Returnal is about. But would I say it's a game that I would like to see to the end? Probably not. I thought it was, like I said, going to be more story-based, not some kind of what felt like a multiplayer kind of game. But, you know, I mean, it was an interesting experience seeing what Returnal's about, but definitely understand why it's free on the PlayStation Network. Because I don't think I could definitely vouch for the idea of spending money on a game like this. You know, maybe for somebody who wants to play something that's boring, or if you're bored out of your mind, but I wouldn't say that it's like a really good game, at least not to me. You know, it starts off okay, seems like a little interesting at first, but then the more you start to play it, the more you start to understand it and kind of get the feel for it, it starts to kind of die off real quick. Either way, we saw the experience of Returnal, so I'll give it that much. But I have one final base game that is not an indie game, and I know is supposedly pretty decent, hopefully. But either way, we're gonna give it a try. This one I gave it its try, and I don't think I'm going to continue this one at all. But, you know, at least now you guys get to see firsthand why Returnal wasn't really like such a big game or spoken about or anything. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Either way, I appreciate you guys' viewership on these games. And I always appreciate you guys following and subscribing to my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel, which helps me to grow and financially support the future improvements that I do to all these videos. But as for Returnal, I will not be returning to Returnal. And you guys can probably understand why. Either way, you guys got to see it, I got to see it. Let's move on to the next game, and I'll see you there. Hopefully the next space game, and it's an actual space horror game, is going to be better than Returnal. It is called Prey. Prey of 2000 and something. We'll see what it is. It is not the original from the Xbox, it is actually a remake of the game. And I have never played the remake of the game. So let's go see what Prey is about. But until then, I'll see you there.